feel good. He makes it, it's just, oh, this is wonderful. Well, after that, it goes downhill quick. So as we're going forward today, and that's I love that song, but that's the thing. But just steal away and pray before you make a decision, and wait for the decision. And just keep praying. Daniel prayed 21 days before he got his answer. Some of us pray 21 months, 21 years. It's all right. Let the Lord lead in all things. And don't, just because you like something, don't make the mistake of jumping at it. Ask the Lord about it. All right, okay. Praise, prayer, and encouragement. Okay. We have praise. Yeah, Byron.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the veterans for their service.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
The other thing is, I wanted to ask you, how long do you want me to leave the flag out for Veterans Day?
Till sundown, if that's possible.
Sundown today?
Yeah, if that's possible. I mean, you can put it back up on Monday if you want. So it's just not, it's not designed to be left out overnight. Let's put a light on it or something, but.
I wanted to see if you wanted to leave it out over for this, I'd like to see if you want to leave it out until after Monday night.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'll
Yeah.
come down and take care of it.
Yeah.
Time's up.
Yeah, thank you, dear.
And,
All right.
A little late.
One more thing is that when you put the tables out, the picnic tables out here,
Yeah,
I'd like to see if we can't put the tables out, because people may be stopping to use them.
oh, yeah, that's true.
Do.
Yeah, that's brought more than one family into the church, at least for a little bit, yeah. And it's a good thing for people. We've had people stop by and they got a child and, they need a break, and they're pretty much out of money. And, so you can get them something to drink, you can get them a little something to eat, you can sit them at the table, you talk to them, you hear their story, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. And even if you never see them again, you're going to see them upstairs. So, just need to do what's right all the time. Our mothers and grandmothers usually said, do right, be righteousness, do right. That covers a lot of it. That's basically what the Lord tells us. All right. Yes, Mike.
I would like to thank all the people at the rehab center
Yes,
for
sir.
the kindness and the support that they give me. 2 people asked to be recognized. That was Jennifer and Amy at for special days. I would like to please.
Jennifer and Amy?
Yes.
Jennifer and Amy.
Okay, I heard that right. Hey, all right, Mike, that's wonderful, and so Mike's been in a lot of rehab centers and rehab, and we just had our brother-in-law put in a home yesterday. It was pretty traumatic for the family, but his wife can't take care of him anymore. He's just kind of almost locked in himself. He can hardly communicate now. He's a very bright guy. They were students of mine that I taught years ago, and he was always, he's a soccer player. He was always in great shape, but he got this immune disease, and it attacked his nervous system, and so it just kind of has been downhill for quite a while. There is a ministry in suffering, and I mentioned this last week. There's 2 things that happen when we're suffering. One is we're being drawn closer to Jesus. We start to understand, boy, this hurts, this feels bad, and look what happened to Jesus, and he did that for us. He didn't give us what we deserve, thank God. He gave us mercy and grace and love. And so you show that when you're at these places. When Mike's in a nurse, wherever Mike is, everybody tells me the same thing. His face is glowing, he's a light. He's a light. That's what we're supposed to be, a light to other people. And then those people that minister to him, they're lights. And that's how it's supposed to go. And my brother-in-law, you know, I'm gonna have a talk with his youngest son is now a pastor. And he's struggling with some things. And so I was his old Sunday school teacher, and my pastor was his pastor. And his pastor and I, my pastor and I are very close friends. And we're going to meet with him. We asked, would you like to meet with us and just talk about things? And yeah, I would. Because, you know, one of the things we want to ask is, what did you learn from your dad? You know, think of that in terms of, think of somebody you know that's suffering, that's having problems. What have you learned from them? There's something that they're doing even if they don't realize it, you know. And, you know, when you're in a rehab, when you're in a hospital, wherever you're at, you can be a light. And that's a ministry. And that's what my buddy said. If we meet every Friday morning and pray and talk about things and talk about you guys and pray for you. But he just said, he said, now Steve's ministry has changed to a different place, you know. And he's a great guy. And so no matter what kind of shape we're in physically or mentally, whatever's going on in our life got us upset, be a light. That's what we're called to be. And Mike is a beautiful example of that. Thank you so much, Mike, and we're thrilled every time you're here. God bless you. And I want to keep atta girl.
Mike.
That's right. That's what we're supposed to do, care for each other. You know, Jesus says, people will know you're my disciples because you love one another. That's the basis of the whole Bible is loving. If you miss that, you miss the Bible. Yes, sir.
I got two things. I got a praise and I got a prayer.
All right.
The praise is Ben is coming up to see Mabel and to see me in Brighton.
Who's coming?
Ben is coming up.
Ben, wonderful.
Tuesday to see Mabel and me in Brighton.
Nice.
Nice. Do you know how Ben's making out?
He's actually doing really well.
Good. 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 Yeah, we miss him. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
And the other thing is I'd like to pray for the two people that were involved in that car crash in 202 the other day on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. I got a call from Uriah on that, and because he was there, and he's pretty shook up because there's children involved, and first responders. A lot of times you go to these things, it's messy, you know, it's messy, and whether you're a first responder soldier or whether you're police or whether you're fireman or EMT or whatever, that's when things are often at their worst. And it's just important that they be a blessing and we appreciate the blessing and sacrifice that they make for us. I taught years ago, I taught for quite a while, and we had an English teacher who was a very, very proper woman, a beautiful woman, immaculately dressed all the time, very well educated, spoke very well. So she says, Ed, I always thought that, some of the ones that didn't do well in school, oh well, they're not going to amount to anything. She said, over the weekend, I fell and hurt myself pretty bad, and I didn't have my pants on. And the medics come, and who's the first one at their door? One of her old students. And she just kind of shit. And she was stunned, and Shay, it's fine, I see this all the time. Got pants on her, got her up to but that changed her view, that just because you're not top of the class doesn't mean you're not top of the class for Christ. He has something for every one of us to do. Every ministry that we do, and people, when you help the people in the homes, that's a wonderful blessing. That's a ministry. And You don't do that for the money. Oh my goodness. So God bless people that do that. And while we're speaking about that, before I forget, I want to pray for Woody also. As is okay if I talk? Sure. Okay. So Woody's having some problem with his kidneys, and so that happens, and then you got to start taking more fluids, and so we always want to keep Woody and Sylvia in prayer because the caregivers. That's the problem with my sister-in-law right now. She was just worn out, too small to take care of her husband when he can't even get in bed or out of bed and so not only pray for those that are struggling, but pray for the caregivers. Pray for Angela, and pray for Sylvia and others, and Melissa's got her daughter still. Yep, okay. That's fine. That's a ministry. All right. Any other praise and prayer? All right. Yes, Mabel.
That I'm here this morning, and
Yes.
I made it to church, and I'm catching Ben on Tuesday at 12 for lunch.
That's wonderful.
Well, I want to share that I want to be a mental health outreach service provider, and I want to go to Central Maine Community College.
That would be.
That's my goal.
That's a good goal to have, sweetie. Yeah. A lot of times when we go through these things, it's so we can then understand better and help others better. That's part of the thing. Just like when Jesus died for us because he loved us, then we have to die for others in a sense because we love them. We love them and go beyond just, this kind of gets me off my schedule, this is a little uncomfortable. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter to Jesus, so, step out all the time in faith. Yes, Dan.
2 more praises, actually.
All right.
I just found out from my guardian, but I don't know if anybody else here has known, but past couple years, since I was 13, they were struggling to get me my MR services. And finally I've almost got them.
Yeah. I had a nice couple of talks with her recently. She's a wonderful woman.
And the other thing is, Pastor Ed and my guardian have been working to talk with Byron and Marshall and Regina about picking me up on the days that we do like activities and stuff like that,
I thought when I asked that one person would answer, and we had a whole crew came into the room.
Right.
And Dan came in, and it was nice, and Joanne was saying, what's going on, Hey. So we had a nice chat about that. Debbie, I saw your hand go up.
It's my day.
It's your day, yes it is. It's your birthday. Very good, and we'll give praise to the Lord for that. All right.
And sing. We did. Oh, you did a little chant.
Yep. All right. And also for Cindy's leg, if you would. She really hurt herself pretty good here.
What happened? Nothing, I woke up.
You woke up one day and her leg didn't work. It hurt like crazy.
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying a word. But it's been, learn something, 47 years, you got to figure something out. But, so it's been an additional fun because our oldest daughter and her family are away, so she's running over early mornings and nights, taking care of the dogs, and they're 2 big goofuses, so it's been fun. Yes, you're...
Hi. So my praise is that I had court on Friday with these one's father, and I prayed to God that a good thing would happen with him, and I got granted court-ordered visits every weekend, Friday at 4:30 to Sunday at 5:30. So we're here.
That's wonderful. You got to remember, what happens when the disciples are trying to help Jesus out. You know, they're always we're always thinking ahead of God. That never works well. And so Jesus, they're telling the people with the children, no, he's too busy to see it. He's too busy to see it. And what's Jesus say? Bring the little ones here. Let the little children come to me. And that you need to be like a child to get into the kingdom of heaven. You got to have that purity of heart. You got to love people. And that's a wonderful thing. And you have your children to love, and they love you. I can see that. And we're so happy that you're here today. And I'm so happy that went well. But that's the key. We've had plenty of other people that have been in court over different things. And it's give it to the Lord first. And then let him watch. And a lot of times, you'll feel an actual presence in the courtroom with you. And, we have guardian angels. So that's great, dear. Thank you.
Pastor, I told her, I said it's a praise because the Lord had part in helping the kids and you.
Yes. That's great. Okay. Yeah, Byron.
I just want to say a prayer for a long-time friend of mine that died a week ago Friday.
Yeah.
They are putting his wife in a nursing home.
Yeah.
But he's also an American veteran, served in the U.S. Navy.
Yeah.
He did a career in the U.S. Navy. And has now passed away. So, and he went quick. His name is Horace Nielsen.
Yes, Joe.
Michael has a sister, Connie, and her husband, Richard.
Yes.
You want to meet, I know they've been here, I don't know how many people have met them. They were supposed to come this weekend, but Connie's not feeling good.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to say a prayer for them that they could come up more often. And
Yes.
they're just pure like these people. You think Michael shines.
Yeah, I've met them several times, and they're really wonderful people. And Connie sends me something on Facebook every once in a while. So, yeah, appreciate that. Byron,
I'm sorry, I should have mentioned this before.
we'll let you slide.
I talked to John Michaels this morning, and he asked me to say a prayer for him because he said last night, for the first time in 5 days, that this abscess tooth has stopped draining, and he's not on medications.
No, I know.
And he's taking it pretty hard on the pain. And he asked me if I'd asked you about it. I said I definitely would, so.
Yeah, I called him yesterday, I guess it was. I lose track sometimes. But it was either the day before or yesterday that I talked to John, and he was telling me what he was going through, but he was hopeful that he would feel well enough to come to church. We knew that his wife wasn't going to be coming, Veronica wasn't going to be coming because it was a Memorial Day today for her mother. Yeah, just keep John Michael in prayer. He's trying not to take too much pain med, Sometimes you just need to take the med, but.
He told me that he had to stop taking the medications because it was making it twice as bad.
Oh, well,
So,
yeah.
taking antibiotics is going to make it bad anyway.
Right. Well, you got the great physician we can talk to about that, so. All right. Tish.
I have a praise. I finally was able to get in somewhere, the clubhouse down in Lewiston.
Yes.
To get me out of the house and not isolate.
Yeah.
And it helps my anxiety, and it's just, I volunteer down there now. And
Good. Good.
So
That's
it's
a
just
wonderful.
all around better for me.
It is. We suffer from depression. We start to turn in, and then we keep looking at ourselves, and then that just makes us more and more depressed. When we can focus that outside onto other people and become useful, we know that we're being useful, that the Lord is using us for some kind of ministry, some kind of help. That starts changing things really fast.
Yeah, I realized that people need me, that I'm
Yes,
useful.
that's right.
And I've overcome my depression I was overcoming it before the clubhouse.
I know you
but
were.
now it's even more.
Yeah, and that's what the Lord says, is only worry about one day at a time. You can't change the past, the future's gonna depend on the Lord and what you do today, making as many good decisions as you can,
Yeah.
you know? And so, one day's worry is enough.
Yeah.
And that's towards the end of the Beatitudes in Matthew. It's a
Well,
wonderful
getting in there was the
passage.
best decision for me.
Yes, I can see the difference there. You're shining better. That's
I'm
good.
shining because I have a sunburn, but yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of different kinds of sunburns. Depends on how you spell it, right? Okay, Bobby.
I'd like to ask for prayer for Stacy and Marge.
Stacy and Marge.
Yeah. And praise that the Lord has got me a new job.
Yes.
Pray for me because my body's taking a beating right now. It's like just standing on the pavement for that many hours in a row.
Yep. Yep. That's why they call it work, not fun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I would like to know, we have special prayer for Brian at the clubhouse where Tish and I go. There's a man there by the name of Brian who just started working about maybe 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
He's doing a fantastic job.
Wonderful.
I want to make sure, I hope to God that he keeps on doing a good job.
All right.
He's fantastic.
Well, one of the things you can do is tell people that he's fantastic.
Yes.
That's right.
We
Good.
always do at the
Yeah.
clubhouse.
All right.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that. All right. Yes, Melissa.
I want to give praise to the Women's Center. It's where women go to get together who are having trouble with drugs, with domestic violence. We do arts, we do crafts, we do urban works.
That's wonderful.
It's really an amazing place to go.
Right.
So if I'm feeling really depressed or whatever, I go there. So I want to give praise to that place.
That's wonderful. Do we want to name a name or no? Lord knows either way.
Clara.
Clara.
Yeah, for Clara, she's the director. She's a wonderful woman.
I'm glad to hear that,
Yes.
dear. Yeah, that's, God puts people in our lives, and He puts us in other people's lives.
Yes.
So just always be ready to, share whatever love and help you can give.
Yep.
All right, Tish, one more?
I have one more. It'll say, praise to the Lord for bringing Shay and her 2 kids in my life.
Yeah, amen.
Makes me feel better seeing the kids knowing I don't have mine.
Yep, I know, dear. Yep, but there are children there that need love and need help.
That's right. They're
And-
my niece and nephew now.
That's right, that's right. That is wonderful. I'm very glad to hear that. Okay, all right. One more for you, pal.
I'd like to put a prayer in for myself because last Tuesday I took a really nasty fall at the bottom of the driveway.
Uh-huh,
I was running to go chase the basketball and
yep,
I tripped over the grass in a little divot where they
yeah,
had put a culvert to keep the rain from going to the bottom of the driveway, puddling at the bottom of the driveway, and I tripped in it and landed on my side. Now I've got a big bruise and I'm having a hard time sleeping at night because I sleep on my sides. And
yep, yep.
At least I wasn't, too badly hurt. but
It could have been worse.
Instead of being a precaution, it put me in a collar and bring me to the hospital anyways.
Yep. Mabel, one more, dear.